What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today we actually have purchased another OBS truck. Yes, that is right. We purchased another OBS truck. Why not? It's right behind me. It is not a 454 SS truck. This one is teal because teal is the deal. That's just all there is to it. Right now we are taking off the pinstripes. Whoever did the pinstripes on this truck, it looks like they did them in 2020. It's dated on the back. They did an awesome job. I got this truck from up in Davenport, Iowa. It was a one-owner truck. Yes, one owner. Is a 93 Silverado with 54,000 miles on it. It is a beauty. And if y'all know me, I love teal. Teal is one of my favorite colors. And I wanted to find a teal truck. I could not find any. And then somehow I stumbled across this one and had to go buy it. But it's here now, and we got some cool plans for it. But right now we're removing the pinstripes. I'm just going to show you all a little bit what I've been doing and the process of how to do it. Kind of sucks, it's time consuming, but if you got the right equipment, it's easy to do. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to let you know whenever I post a new video. All right, so here's our beautiful 93 Chevy Silverado. It's already got a 5.7 drop on it with a C-notch. The Beltec kit on this thing looks like it was installed in 1993. The shocks look like the Gen 1 Beltec shocks. Pretty cool. The truck has bucket seats in it, which is pretty rare for a non-sport truck, I guess you could say. But it's got the gray interior in it. Looks like the previous owner put a steering wheel, and it's also got a billet rear view mirror, and then an aftermarket stereo. But other than that, it's all stock in here. As you can see, 54,000 original miles. It's cherry, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. This thing is like, it's easily as in nice a shape as these real low mile 454 SS trucks I got. The bed, I'm just gonna show y'all. I'm in the middle of deleting the pinstripes, so don't mind that. The bed in this thing, yeah, like the bed looks like this. It's got a carpet over the back, but I mean, it is like in perfect shape. There's just dust from the carpet there, but you can see it's pretty incredible the condition this truck is. It's got a roll pan on it. Oh yeah, custom V8 emblem that's coming off. And here is the side that the pinstripes are still on. I got the other side done. As you can see, whoever did the pinstripes in this thing, they did a great job. And it's period correct colors too, pink and blue. I mean, look at the pinstripe work. I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, you're probably pissed off at me because I'm deleting it, but it's just not my style. It also does have a color matched, some kind of aftermarket steel bumper on it. We're gonna put a different color matched grille in it. It's got 454 SS mirrors on there, which are pretty cool because these things are hard to find. But I'm sure the gentleman that had this truck probably bought them back in the 90s whenever they were easily to get. And they are color matched. Side moldings are deleted. It's got nice gloss black door handles on it. It's got these little cargo hook covers on the bed rails. I don't know what you call them. And it also has a smooth back rear glass, which is pretty cool. And then last but not least, it's got this cover over the bed, which does look new. And it's nice because it's not drilled into the rails like our 454 SS truck bed cover was. But either way, this thing is awesome. It's got all original glass, all original paint. It's never seen the rain. Yes, I know, it's crazy. I just want to pop the hood and show y'all how clean it is underneath the hood. It's just all stock. It's a 350, but this is insane. Just check it out. I mean, look at this thing. It's unfreaking real. I mean, it is just spotless. Everything works. Pretty crazy. So I went ahead and removed the pinstripes down here. I'm going to show you all the process I'm doing to do this. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm using a 1000 grit sandpaper, and then I got some 2000 grit. Obviously, did some soap in the water. Dipping this, making sure the sandpaper is wet while I continue to sand this off. This is where I've already wet sanded it off, and I went over it with a polisher that I got from, I believe it was Menards. Pretty nice little buffer here. I want to say it was like $150 $50. That thing does awesome. It's got a foam finishing pad on there. Works really well. So right now we're getting ready to sand off this awesome, nice pinstriping work right here. That is the guy. If you know him, I got this truck up in Iowa. Tell him I said sorry, because I do feel bad. It looks like he just did it. If you can see there, it says 2020. So these are fresh pinstripes. It's crazy. This guy had this truck all this time and then decided to do pinstripes right before he sold it. Yeah. So what I do is I get the sandpaper, just get it kind of wet. I'm just going to show you all a little spot here. We're going to go up here. Basically, just work back and forth, back and forth. It's very time consuming, but it'll slowly start to go away. You don't want to be too aggressive on it, because obviously you don't want to go through the clear coat and the paint. Once you do that, you're done. But as you can see there, we got a little spot. Take a towel here. So it's just like that. Basically, obviously you do that over the whole thing. And then you take a polisher and buff it off into a nice shiny finish like this. There was some painted on dice right here. Those things took a little bit of sanding there, but as you can see, it comes out really good once you polish it off. I'm gonna go ahead and get this all off here, and then we'll work on the polishing. Sanded, as you can see, it looks a little dull there compared to right there where I've already polished. So we're gonna go ahead and take the buffer and use this Meguiar's fine cut cleaner. This is good stuff right here, professional series. And we're going to just do a quick little buff on this and see what it looks like. I did go ahead and put some tape over the door handle so that way we don't get wax and stuff up in the cracks or possibly burn the paint on that. Okay, got it all done. Pretty easy. Like I said, if you have the right stuff, like a buffer like that, make sure you're using this. Only work in small sections at a time. Don't get too carried away and put wax and just try to go all across it. Work like a section, buff it, then put more compound on it, buff it, and just kind of work your way through. That, to me, is the best way to do it. We're going to go ahead and pop this emblem off right now, and then the whole back of this truck will be done and look good. Okay, so we got Nemo here at the shop. Steven's been working on it all week. He's actually got a lot of the fuel system ran. We're waiting on a couple fittings to show up so we can finish the fuel system. We're starting to run the turbo piping now, and our flex plate just showed up. I know we were talking about it in the last video, but we got the flex plate, so now we can put the transmission in, which is the RPM Turbo 400. And we're getting ready to do that right now. Just want to show you all how the fuel system turned out. So obviously we just got it kind of setting up here. There's actually a shield that goes over this whole deal that covers it all up. Went ahead and heat wrapped all the line going up next to that turbo pipe. It's still laid over up here, but it will be all tucked back up in that way. This is one of our turbo headers coming off right here. The turbos are actually going to sit right here on each side of the transmission. So everything turned out really good with that. We went ahead and ran the harness, the factory harness, where we needed it to go. And then we're obviously we have our Crawford Racing Holly Dominator harness that we're going to be installing soon. Steven's got the new TCI billet flex plate here. Looks like he's getting some flex plate bolts out, and we're going to be putting that on. That way we can put the transmission on, which is sitting right over there. And then we got to figure out the mount situation for the cross member, which I heard it's not bad to get that figured out, so we'll do that. Got that beautiful RPM Turbo 400 there with the internal trans brake. It's a nice transmission right there for Nemo.
Oh, it's a snug unit.
It is.
Dang. Whew. We need some grease.
Yeah. That's Prody Lube right there.
Shout out to the General.
It's going.
Oh yeah.
Probably run the rest of it in with the bolts.
Get her straight.
Yeah.
Give it a whack with the mallet.
Yeah.
fits it. Really
Got the Turbo 400 in. Everything fits awesome on this thing. And this is the stock cross member right here. And as you can see, just running a normal standard 2-wheel drive like poly mount, we'll get basically a plate for this, drill a hole through it, put a big washer, and this thing ought to bolt in there real nice once we get it all. And then all we're waiting on is the drive shaft to connect it to the stock rear diff. And we'll have a full drivetrain in this car again. Everything looks good. As you can see, got the Circle D, killer performance. Looks really good though. So I've been gone to Houston for Street Car Takeover for the last few days, and Steven's been here working at the shop on the car, and he's got a lot done. Got a lot done last Friday when we weren't here, and our push rods came in this morning, so we're torquing those down now. It seems like they fit great. That was one of the key components that we were waiting on to do final assembly. Flex plate did come in as well, so we got that in. Everything's looking good so far. We'll show y'all.
All right.
Push rods fit good, Steve?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Money with our special tool.
And then here's all the plumbing that he's been doing. There's a lot of plumbing we got underneath the intake, but it's nice because we won't have this big harness out in the open here. So basically what we did was on the fuel system, this is obviously the port injection for the 4. The factory fuel, not the factory fuel line, but the feed from the tank is gonna go in here. It also feeds the DI pump. So we got a T right there from 4, which clips right in. Super nice, you can see it there. And then we got dash 10 line going to the Y, and then we got dash 8s feeding the individual rails as well. And then
Comes in the back.
for the return, we got each line going into the regulator there, and then one big feed return line going back to the tank. So it should be a pretty efficient fuel system for what we're trying to do with Nemo. Got the lower crank pulley on. Really, what do you think now it's time to do, Steve? We need to measure for the drive shaft,
Yeah, we'll measure
so
for that.
we can have G-force get that coming. And then really, it's Holly time and
Yeah.
basically final assembly. We got to get all the turbo kit stuff on from her on speed. Hopefully everything goes together well. It has so far. They've got some nice parts to relocate stuff. So it's been going pretty well. I don't know. Steve, what do you think
It's not bad.
of everything so far? It's a lot of work, obviously.
Skill.
It does. It does.
We got to pin in some. Crawford Racing sent us this A10 adapter kit, so your
For
your
the
reverse lights and your backup camera will all still work.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
You
crazy.
just pin it, D-pin and pin into the ECM and TCM.
Nice.
This goes on your stock shifter.
I think we'll have a shifter today. Can we use the stock?
Shifter's here.
Oh, the shifter is here.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
it came on Friday.
Ah, the things I miss when I'm not here. All right, so we got a Hurst quarter stick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Yeah.
That's nice. We'll get her out.
We didn't want too fancy of a shifter for Nemo. We don't want you all thinking that Nemo's a race car here. So this is just your basic Turbo 400 reverse manual valve body shifter from Hurst. I've used those in all my old Turbo 400 cars, so I figured I'd go right back to it. We got our trans brake button there on the shifter. We're good to go.
That's it. Everything you need. Multiple brackets.
Oh, nice.
A different lever.
Good deal. And then that's all the Crawford harness stuff
Yep.
there.
There's the plug.
That's a lot of stuff, Steven.
Yeah, 2 harnesses, and then the main power for the ECU. It's right there.
He sends everything. It's nice, and it's all labeled too. So like,
It's all
you look at
nice.
the tag. There's a manifold air temp sensor, so that way we know where to put that in.
And
so.
the boost control, they got the dome pressure sensors on the wastegates.
Oh wow, that's nice.
All labeled.
Yeah. The kit on the C7 that we did was awesome. So definitely went back with Crawford on that, and he does have an A10 to Turbo 400, a Powerglide harness here, which is really cool. Hopefully it all comes together and works well.
Yeah.
That's our
I
plan.
like they sent this too for your screen, so if you want to make a mount,
Oh yeah,
all the dimensions.
nice. Okay, sweet. Oh, and our fittings came in for the valve covers too.
Yeah.
Big old
Your
fittings.
dominator's right here.
And then this is a plug. Does the plug fit?
Yeah.
Nice.
A little powder coat in the threads. We'll
Oh,
clean
that's
it up.
okay. They look nice and shiny though. That's all that matters.
There's the unit.
Oh, that's the Holly Dominator.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
There's screens under there.
It's getting intense now. This is
Yeah.
the best part of the build. Man,
Oh yeah.
it's looking so good. Got the fender off. We're gonna mount the Holly right here, along with all the boost solenoids and everything. That way it's kind of all hidden from the engine bay. These engine bays are pretty crowded already, so we're trying to declutter it and hide as much stuff as we can. All right, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed the Nemo footage. We got more videos coming at you this week. This is actually gonna be a very busy week for Nemo. We're hoping we get Nemo done and have him at Streetcar Takeover Oklahoma City, which is November 6th and 7th. So that's coming up here in less than 2 weeks. I think we can get Nemo done. We have pretty much everything. We're just waiting on the drive shaft. So we'll keep y'all posted with what's going on. And we also got a lot more OBS truck footage coming your way. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you later.